All I'm saying is like I don't want you to feel badly about yourself because you look like a muppet. This is your words, not mine. You look like a fucking muppet idiot eating a protein bar.
I
Because
feel
I
like I don't
think
remember saying all of that, but
it's crazy. Run the tape back. You definitely said all
so
that.
weird. I have to watch that back during the edit.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
have to check it out on the edit. But
I just have
all
to
I'm
I
saying
have to
is no,
take your word for it now.
because
And
you can't
and I trust you because of our
for sure.
friendship, a
Yeah,
deep and meaningful connected friendship because of
6
that.
years, 7 years. It's
I
been a minute.
trust you. So I am going to go
Yeah.
back and watch that. And just know, in case anyone has anything that they want to say now, it will color my perception of you.
Um.
Welcome to The Advisory. It isn't just Australia's #1 comedy advice podcast based in Brisbane for listeners statistically aged 18 to 34, skewing predominantly male. You know, we're so much more than that, David.
We're at least 3 more things than that. You know?
List them.
Where shit. I was hoping that you would I fucked up. Okay. The first thing that we aren't that isn't that is not just for males. Is that one?
David Harper's index, 42% of Gen Zers and Millennials say they regret moving in with a romantic partner.
Oh.
It's,
Okay.
I know, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's big numbers.
Wait. That's most people.
David, that's because moving in with a romantic partner, it's a big step and one that
True.
shouldn't be taken lightly. However, when it comes to taking the next step in their relationship, 63% of people who have moved in with a romantic partner said that their decision was impacted by finances or logistics. I don't like how
Ooh,
daddy
okay.
runs the shop in this piece. You know, that type
Al,
of energy.
he only gives me the third shelf in the fridge. And you know my shit is top shelf. You know that's how I roll with the homies. My shit goes on the top shelf. When dad's all top shelves for me, I gotta fucking book it. I gotta get out of here.
According to Realtor.com and Harris X, my favorite Harris, they surveyed 3,009 customers to highlight how today's expensive housing market is impacting people's love life.
Oh.
Sexy a little bit. It's real numbers meets
Yeah.
sexiness meets the terrifying
Sexy.
reality of all of us unable to afford homes. You know,
Yeah. It's like it's the classic trident, the classic triangle, James. It's sexy,
yeah,
it's end stage capitalism, and then it's sexy again.
yeah. Nepo babies drop off here. This is probably going to be unrelatable because
Yeah.
we're talking about financial struggles.
Which you
So
cannot relate to, understand, or have empathy for. So you know what, you guys, you get a free pass on this one.
no, you don't. Go
Go.
burn yourselves. David, living
No,
with
I
a
was gonna.
romantic partner might bring a couple closer together, but it can also magnify potential issues in a relationship. And
True.
look, while the idea of splitting the rental mortgage can be very attractive, okay, it's important to have tough conversations. You know, a lot of these movements that you
Oh,
see, very
yeah.
presidential, you know, have tough conversations
You,
with your partner and think about how living together will work for both of you before you take the plunge, you know?
now, do you think? Hang on. So, what? I enjoy the idea of you're like, oh man, babe, I just, I'm only getting paid so much at work, and like we're
Hmm.
getting gouged on grocery prices, so a
Oh,
CEO can buy his 10th fucking yacht, and like it's just tough. And you goes, listen, babe, why don't you move in with me? Why don't like, we'll make it work. We can figure out what to do afterwards. Because obviously, in this context, you don't have the time to figure it out. Because again, your options here are be homeless or starve. So just move in for now. But they're like, no, no, no. Sit down and have a frank chat about it. Have a
right.
frank chat first. Have a chat first.
You think
It's like, well, I'm trying not to
they might be missing a pretty significant impactor on all of this,
motivating.
which is
Yeah.
lack of options, lack of
Yeah. Which
choice.
is, if I had to put it in a sentence, it would be needing money to get food to live is probably a
Oh,
big.
yeah, put the calories in so the
Yeah.
body doesn't starve to death. Okay,
So you're gonna
yes,
starve to death and
for
die.
sure.
And then and that's actually a lot easier to do if you move in with your partner, because then it's one
For
less
sure.
rent to pay. Again, so that you don't starve and die.
Younger respondents were significantly more likely to be persuaded by money and logistics, with 80% of Gen Z and 76% of millennials saying that one or both of these factors, both of these things were a factor in moving in with a romantic partner. This is compared to 56% of Gen X and 44% of baby boomers. So they were like, money, logistics. I bought this Parisian coast chalet mansion. It's a chalet mansion, favela mansion again. And I bought that in 1980. And you bet your buns I worked every dollar for that $30,000 that this chateau, Marmont style.
Double mansion.
Yeah,
Again, double
exactly. Yeah.
mansion. Worth
It took me
millions
3
down.
months to save for this. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Get your head
Mhm.
out of your ass.
Why don't you fucking stop buying avocado toast and fucking get your shit together and buy yourself a double mansion? I don't see you pulling extra shifts
Okay.
at the job
We've,
factory.
we've lent too hard into into the crushing reality. Hey, if you've joined us here as an escape, soz, you're back in hell.
I did it funny. I said job factory. I tried to lighten the mood.
Yeah, that really. Oh,
Was
that
it a
took a
boy at the
that
end of
took
the?
just that took the finest sliver. When someone gets a brand new knife and they sharpen it and they're like, got to make
Oh,
a video on TikTok about this, and they put a tomato on its side and they just graze it near it. They take off that joke
oh,
took off that much anxiety from everyone. So thank you so
oh.
much.
Hey,
Um,
that felt like you didn't mean that, but that's fine.
for sure. Not all relationships work out with a living partner because it's not always easy. 42% of people who have moved in with a romantic partner ended up regretting the move. Reasons including the relationship didn't work out. 48%. We moved too
Okay.
fast, rushed to the decision. 31% of people realized we weren't compatible for co-living. 27%. This cunt won't buy a CPAP, and if I don't get to sleep, I'm gonna kill. Right?
Wait,
So that's
hang on. Listen, I don't think people. I think the majority of these are young, these kids, man. Like it's shit. Like he won't not play Fortnite on Thursday night when I have the girls over to watch TV, and it's
right,
just like songs that are. It's like
that's when the boys are on.
yeah, yeah, but it's like I need the bandwidth to stream the TV show that we watch together once a week, and it's like he's talking all the bandwidth
Yeah,
fucking
and
playing
I need
Fortnite.
the because maybe pop on a DVD or something there 1999, okay?
You know,
Because I
like
need I need the bandwidth to keep
you,
my
well, I,
top
well,
10
I,
rankings in
well, I can't.
Australian Fortnite.
Well, yeah, but I can't put a DVD, physical media. I don't even have a DVD player. What are you talking about? Just because your PlayStation 5 has one, which I'm trying to watch Netflix.
Never disrespect Sony like that in my house again. Lauren, Lauren, I appreciate what you're saying, all right? And I'm trying to learn those like decompressing techniques that you sent me on TikTok because I'm explosive and rage filled. Okay.
Very angry man.
But
Yeah.
if you fucking, I'm trying to bring it down. If you disrespect Sony in this house
Okay, keep your
again,
voice down.
I'm
My
going to
friends are in the
set
other room.
this
Can you
house
just?
on fire. Okay.
Okay, well, I own. It's my house, so I would prefer if you didn't do that.
Oh, any chance she gets to bring that up. Any
Well, it
chance she
is
gets.
true. I'm the one
Wow,
paying the
guys, kick
mortgage.
me while I'm down,
I'm the one. Well, I'm sorry for saying a true thing. I didn't realize true thing saying was fucking triggering for you now. What doesn't fucking trigger you into a rage spiral, Adrian?
Getting on the PS5 with the fucking boys on a Thursday night. Cunt. All right. That's what does it for
Oh,
me.
that's a checkmate conversation maneuver, isn't it? Because what's she gonna say next? What ground does
What
she have
could
to
she
fucking?
possibly say?
You know what it is, James? She put a bet down. Uh, he called her bluff and discovered there was her. She had a fucking pair of twos. That's what just happened there.
For sure. And that's bad. That's bad in like cards.
Uh,
Because
I
I've got two and they're both the same.
maybe I let's say yes, and no one check that.
For sure.
Yeah, I
For
would
sure.
assume that's bad.
It made it harder to break up, 26%.
What?
Oh, I really want to
Okay.
fucking dump this guy. Oh, I want to fucking dump this piece of shit. But you know what? Living together now, it just makes it so much harder. It just makes it so much harder. You know what I mean?
Wait, these are reasons to regret the move,
100%.
and one of them is it made it harder to. I get okay. I mean, that's not the move's fault. Like
How do you
it just
know?
it's like I don't. It feels like kind of blaming the wrong end of the fucking like if yeah, of course it made it harder to break up. You're living together. That the like yeah, you would regret the move for that reason, but that's not the move's fault. Like let's not blame geography. It'd be equally hard to break up if you like work together or something, or like if you had kids. I just don't. I feel like this is unfairly placing the. Why am I defending apartments and houses? What am I doing? Why have it? Oh yeah, because they needed more defense.
I just had a bite of something there, and I was chewing. I've
Uh-huh.
never seen myself eat in such high res and so close to my own face, right?
You'd
With
freak you out a bit.
us on my screen. I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated
People.
it. I
Yeah.
eat so annoying. That was
do you
annoying
mean?
to watch. I was looking at myself. I don't
Annoying?
know. I don't.
What do
Maybe
you
it, maybe it was
You
just
eat
because.
annoying?
No, you know when you like hear yourself, when some people hear themselves recorded and they're like, "Oh, I
Right.
hate the sound of my own voice."
Yeah.
That's me, but for watching
but
myself
for
eat
eating.
food. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, what were you eating? Because I think that would. Because I think there are some things you would eat that you would be like, "Why eat that well?" Like maybe you
dude,
just eat.
it's a caramel protein bar. There's no good way to eat it. You're
There's no
essentially
because
chopping
yeah,
through taffy. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's a
Nothing
lot
but
of
gums.
it's a big chewing. See, I feel like if you were eating like a sandwich, that might not look so bad.
Oh, I'd probably look okay. Is what you're saying? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think you would have sort of perfect cartoonish bites into the sandwich,
Oh, you bet your buns. Oh
and
yeah,
people would be so impressed with how clean and sharp your little chomps are,
yeah.
and you might even make the sort of the sound.
It
Um,
does.
and I think
It
if
does.
it does, yeah. So all I'm saying is like I don't want you to feel badly about yourself because you look like a muppet. This is your words, not mine. You look like a fucking muppet idiot eating a protein bar.
For sure. Wow. I
Because
feel
I
like I
think
didn't remember saying all of that, but
it's crazy. Run the tape back. You definitely said all
so
that.
weird. I have to watch that back during the edit.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
have to check it out on the edit. But
I just have
all
to
I'm
I
saying
have to
is
take your word for it now, okay?
because you
And
can't
I trust you, okay? Because of our
for sure.
friendship. Our friendship is so long, right? A
Yeah,
deep and meaningful connected friendship because of that.
6 years, 7 years. It's
I
been a minute.
trust you. So I am going to go
Yeah.
back and watch that. And just know, in case anyone has anything that they want to say now, it will color my perception of you.
Um, yeah. Actually, Colin told me the other day he doesn't think you can eat anything good. And that you're bad at eating. And he said that to me confidentially, but I feel like I had to get it off my chest. I don't like holding secrets for friends, but he
Okay.
did say that to me. And so I just thought I should tell you that.
I
So,
know that Colin I know that Colin wouldn't have said that because he is the worst eater on the planet. I'm not going to get into why, right?
we all know why. It's
He's the
okay.
worst eater on the planet. It's
Yeah.
heinous. He will give you a 3D binaural audio experience of what it's like to chew every texture, every crunch, every
fucking,
oh,
a mandarin in that man's mouth is a war crime.
yeah,
You're hearing the juices like as he's chewing on it. You're hearing the juices expel from them. It's
cunt's got Dolby Atmos in his fucking gums. I don't know what it is, but it really gets on ya.
He's got what you know how you get like lap mics, like lapel mics for
Yeah,
your show
yeah.
or whatever. He's got a throat mic for sure.
It has to.
Yeah,
I don't know
there's
how
no
else
other
he
way. It
gets
doesn't make sense.
those visceral, deep, disturbing sounds.
Just shut your mouth and eat your food, man. Why am I hearing it? Anyway, sorry, I derailed it to I feel like we just dunked on Colin. You didn't see that coming.
It's fine.
It's just a bit- yeah, it's fine.
When we broke up, it was stressful to divide the things that we'd purchased together, 22%. The stress of living together hurt our relationship, 22%.
Okay.
The logistics of moving out after a breakup were too difficult. Does that mean
What?
Does that mean pre? Because you're like, look, I'm not even going to get into this because it's like, what are we going to do? We order 2 separate moving trucks. Like, oh my God, what am I made of money? I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, what does that mean? the logistics of moving out after a breakup were too difficult.
I'd say
Maybe
this is
it's like
post. This has to be post because it also says we
has to be
broke up
after.
soon after moving in together, 17%.
Huh.
So it's got to be post. But that's not even the point, dog. Okay, because look, people moving in together, they don't want to move in together because afraid of the breakups. What's a cause of a lot of breakups? Cheating, usually, right? Most millennials and Gen Z are hiding their spending habits from their partners, which many consider worse than physical cheating.
What? Yeah, well, to be fair, all the boys are spending it on Fortnite bucks, and all the girls are spending it on.
Look, Lauren, Jacko said that I've got to be part of the 4 split multi on the tracks.
He's unemployed.
I know
he calls himself a professional gambler, but he's fucking unemployed. He doesn't have a job.
He day trades. He just happens to do it on the Sportsbet app. Okay, please show some respect for Jacko.
That's not a job. That's just.
It's because Jacko is an entrepreneur. That's because Jacko is crafting his own lane. Okay. Again, two things in this house I will not accept: Sony disrespect, Jacko dissing.
He's fucking entrepreneurial his way into fucking unemployment is what he's doing. I mean, entrepreneurs have to build something.
You just don't get his vision.
The Broncos are going to do it this season, and it's like, what does that mean? He just keeps saying it. Oh yeah, well, my method for picking horses, and then he just talks for like 30 minutes. And if you listen, it doesn't make any sense. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, he knows Wendell Saylor's brother's roommate, who's a friend of his, right? They both work at Starbucks.
Oh, so familiar.
He says that his hamstring looking pretty tight this season. So that's the insider info. Don't tell anyone. Is that classified as insider trading? Yes, it is.
You're a fucking idiot, Adrian. Can we just do this later? My friends are here. Play your little video games with your fucking unemployed dipshit fucking potheads. We'll be out on the balcony. We're gonna have some wine.
Wow, babe, thank you so much. Babe, thank you so much for making me realize that I clearly haven't explained to you enough about Fortnite. Saturday,
it's fine.
Saturday, we will be doing a deep dive, okay? And we will be testing. Okay? When I'm talking about 4 split multiing on a double stack build, all right? You better know what I'm saying.
Should have fucked your brother last Christmas instead of you. This is clearly a mistake.
What's that, babe? I couldn't hear you. I put my headset back on. Jacko just made another sweet joke about titties.
I was talking about girl stuff, periods. You wouldn't be interested.
Cool, babe. It's too visceral.
Hang on. Let's yeah, that got too real. Let's circle back quickly. So, the hiding spending habit. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. This is starting to fall into place, right? Because they're saying the reason that we're moving in together is because I was trying to think of a positive way to frame crushing capitalism. Is because the dollary dues are more expensive than they've ever been. And boy, aren't they paying you properly with your V-Bucks. And so they're moving in because of financial strain. And then what they're finding is that partner, the pressure they created saying, babe, I'm broke. You wouldn't be broke if you weren't buying so many, what do people spend their money on? I don't know.
Skins, knives, linens.
You keep renting Cars 3
Pepper
on
Mills
YouTube twice a week. Why don't you just buy it? I don't understand. Why is this if twice a week? Do you watch it twice a week? Why do you keep renting it? Like shit like that, I would imagine.
Spyware. Next question.
Ooh. Spyware. Next question. Don't need to hear you say it. I already know what it is because I'm spying on you.
David, when we think of cheating, we typically envision a carry sneaking around to see big type of situation. This was written in 2023, by the way. We'll continue.
Contemporary reference.
We don't always picture checking and saving accounts. Still a scandal, albeit a slightly less nail-biting one. But financial infidelity is a real problem plaguing many couples. Secretly keeping a separate bank account, hiding what you're spending, or hiding how much debt you have can all be considered financial infidelity. And almost 30% of Coupled up adults in the US report that they've been financially unfaithful at one point or another, according to a new bank rate survey of 2,500 plus adults who are married in civil partnerships or living with a partner.
Have you heard the term financial infidelity before tonight? I've never heard that. Is that a common saying thing that people say?
I, I've never heard of it before, but I feel like I feel like it would just be like if we have a pot of money that we're both putting in together
Yeah.
and I siphon a bit out, because the new Deadpool movie obviously get the skins in
I have
the
to get the
Fortnite,
skins in this
yes,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
And I siphon some of that money out and I spend it on something not for what the goal of that money is. I feel like
Oh,
then you're
okay.
cheating. Stealing. That's stealing.
Yeah,
You're
we already have a
stealing,
word for
but
that.
yeah.
It's stealing. Well,
Yeah.
that's technically your money. So I guess infidelity is yeah,
It's the
I just never heard
betrayal.
that before.
It's the
It's a
betrayal.
betrayal. It's you're cheating on your finances with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man skin in Fortnite. Now
No
that I
joke.
say it out
Yeah, but
loud,
no joke. But when you get the special emote, he turns into emo Spider-Man.
he
What
does
am I
almost
not?
and
What am I
maybe
not going to have that?
sorry, the ROI on that is very high. It's worth the risk of her finding out before next paycheck. I'm gonna live
Perfect.
without. I'm gonna live without it.
No, because I'm not an idiot. I'm a digital collector.
He
Okay,
does the hair flip.
I
Are you kidding
collect
me?
rare digital goods. Just
He
let
does
that
the hair
sink
flip
in.
in the scene before he punches his girlfriend.
Exclusive, rare digital goods. Digital meaning they can be infinitely replicated, but it's
Individual
also
item on
finite.
them.
It's finite.
Yeah. Now let me tell you this. That's the guy who's in like, let me tell you about how we prove that they're finite, and then he's selling you a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, with my course, you will understand.
I can teach you to teach others to buy Toby Maguire's.
Yeah. Younger generations are more likely to
Uh,
report being financially unfaithful. 64% of Gen Zers and
what?
54% of millennials say they've kept secrets about money from their partners, compared to just 29% of both Gen Xers and baby boomers.
I'm more likely to report. So they're saying they're more likely to admit it. Like they'll tell their partner.
For sure. But I feel like Gen Xers and baby boomers, they're not sitting around talking, like discussing their finances. It's some old dude saying, like, here's your allowance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Because they have all the money, so they don't need to.
yeah.
They don't need to be financially fucking unfaithful because they have all the money on the planet.
And they
already.
got it. They got it all already. You know what I mean?
They got it all.
Yeah. Even though it's the younger generations who are more likely to be dishonest about their finances with their partners, they're also more likely to say financial infidelity is worse than physical cheating.
What?
22% of Gen Zers and 21% of millennials, compared to 5% of boomers and 4% of Gen Xers. More than
That's
52%
insane.
of all adults surveyed said that financial unfaithfulness is just as bad as physical infidelity.
What?
Cheating on my money is cheating on me. Okay? Same.
Like it's not. I've been cheated on. They are not the same thing. That's like a level of, and maybe it's probably makes sense as generational. I obviously am not your prototypical millennial, but that's wild. I mean, I guess because money's so important because they have. This is too depressing. I can't. It's a down. I'm in a tailspin because it's awful, but like, it kind of makes sense. Like, people are a lot more open-minded about like their bodies and sex and sexual orientation and things like that. But then it's like, well, finance is more important than ever because again, the whole try not to starve and die thing. So
Yeah.
it kind of like it makes sense in context, but I can't square it for me socially in my life, if you know what I mean.
It might be surprising that Gen Z and millennials are so hush about their money habits, with their partners considering that they're destigmatizing the taboo of talking about money. Gen Z is especially vocal about salary transparency, as well as a way to lead to greater pay equity. But this behavior doesn't always translate to real life openness in talking about finances with significant others and friends. Perhaps they know that money is the number one thing couples argue about. Financial infidelity, in particular, can rock a partnership, says a personal finance writer. Financial infidelity may occur after years of built up financial tensions in a marriage or as a result of poor communication and different dreams. Your
She's
dream white
talking
picket
about
fence.
sex.
Your dream white picket fence. My dream full category as I scroll to the left in my Fortnite inventory.
I don't want to be that guy, but you could say that about anything. You could put a verb in front of infidelity, and that sentence is true. Um,
Right.
coffee table infidelity may occur after years of built up coffee table tension in a marriage. As a result of poor communication. Like, yeah, most relationship issues are caused by poor communication and like people changing. This you've said nothing about this situation.
Or have they said everything? But what exactly
That sounded profound, but it
constitutes
wasn't.
a financial lie may be more blurred for young partners who are more likely to keep
Okay,
their finances separate from each other. Many couples
right.
want some form of financial independence, which is totally fine as long as it's acknowledged ahead of time. Having a separate bank account or credit card works for a lot of people. The key is to agree upon the general parameters. Secrets can take on a life of their own and undermine the relationship.
Oof, ominous, isn't it?
If you do you are you a combined finances person? Are you a keep them separate?
I mean, I've never had a relationship long enough for this to be a going concern. On account of me being me. I would have thought. Hmm. I would have thought I'd be the kind of person where it's like you should have your own finances, but at a certain point there should be some kind of procedure to have a shared pool. But I would never want
So shared pool for
for
predetermined
shared
goal
stuff.
or
Yeah, or like let's say we move in together and it's like, well, we need to pay rent or pay for groceries and stuff. Like that should be like a shared
zap it
pool. But
all
then
out
it's
of
like,
one account type thing.
yeah. But I would never want it to be like, um, I would never want to not have separate finances.
Yeah,
That just doesn't make sense to me. It's like you're a fucking grown up. Like you can manage your own shit, and we just agree that this amount per month we contribute to this shared thing for
for
this thing.
sure.
And then if we have stuff where we're like, oh, it's a goal thing, then yeah, we might make like a shared savings account for that goal,
Mhm.
um, or whatever. But like that would be case by case. Like I don't understand the appeal, other than it makes it harder to leave, which is pernicious. Of fully pooling finances.
I
Like I
don't
don't
know.
get the benefit.
I think it was one of those things that was probably just done for a really long time and people didn't really question why. And now people are just like,
Yeah,
I'm doing more what works for me. And this is
that's
split
a good way of putting
finnies.
it. Actually, yeah, yeah, yeah. You also got to wonder like they're clearly thinking about it more because they're saying, well, it takes longer for me to commit to shared finances, which is probably why it's more significant when it breaks bad and they feel badly about it and they feel like it's infidelity because it's more important to them. Like it kind of makes sense to me. And it's just a really deeply concerning symptom of where we are vis-a-vis history, vis-a-vis money, vis-a-vis again eating food to not die.
Putting the food in so you don't die. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
which is cool.
we didn't really do advice on this one, but
Okay, how do you feel
um
about that?
I feel okay about it because I feel like we're going to do another one, and then the next one, that's going to be where the advice is. This one,
Okay,
oops, forgot to put the advice in. Next one, all the advice.
much like I forgot to put in my $200 for our shared fund this week, because I again did spend it on that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man skin. We done forgot the advice this one time,
Yeah,
but next fortnight when I get paid, I'm fortnight pun unintended. I will put that $200 in there,
for sure.
so you can look forward to that,
Yeah,
Jessica, and you can get the fuck off my back about it.
yeah. You're not going
Yeah.
to eat any of the house's food this week, just so you're aware.
That's
Um,
fine. I sustain myself off of
for
my
sure,
day trading and my
definitely.
Fortnite
But I'm going to be on.
skins.
I'm going to tell you right now. If I catch you rummaging, if I catch you rummaging in the fucking pantries, I'm gonna knife you.
Are the bins off limits?
You can free reign on the bins. Actually, that's a smart
I'm
move.
glad that we have.
That's a
I'm glad
smart
that we
move.
have
Actually,
this level of
dog, I
communication.
love living with you, dude. You're the
Yeah,
best.
it's fucking.
Hey, sorry
every time I have
about
a problem.
I said I was gonna knife you before.
The knife thing.
Yeah, it was probably a bit
It's kind of
full
hot
on.
actually. I'm kind of into that.
All right, get the fuck out of here. Thank you so much.
Say you could threaten to knife me more often, maybe in the bedroom.
Thank you so much for coming and listening to this brisk, brief, but double up episode of The Advisory. Check us out on all the socials. Find them in the show notes. Don't forget, every Friday in October, the Society presents Friday Night Fright Fest, our month-long horror movie marathon. 6 p.m. The stream starts up 6 p.m. every Friday in October. And a movie starts at 6:30 p.m. So come get spooked.
Get spooked stiff like I did last week. Multiple times.
I feel like, should we put
stops.
those clips out? Those two
Yeah, we'll
clips?
put those clips out.
Go check the
Yeah, we'll put
socials
those
and
clips
watch David get a little spooked.
Watch me lose any kind of credibility as a tough guy. I know you guys all thought that before, so.
Oh, toughest dude.
Yeah. I'm a tough boy.
Rating and review, podcast catcher of choice. Check us out on the YouTube, youtube.com/at Black Swan Society. Give these video first podcasts a gander with your eyes.
You gotta catch the VOD. There's a lot of hand gestures that are critical. There's a lot of fun facial expressions.
A lot of looks to camera, breaking the fourth wall consistently.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. You're missing out if you're not watching the video. Is all I would say.
But don't miss out next time. Come back 6 p.m. AEST
nice.
Thursday.
He's done it.
Every Thursday on twitch.tv/Black Swan Society. Watch the show live. I'll see you next time.
Seamless. Join the conversation.